Hey, welcome guys to another league racing video. So as you can see, this is USA, around 19 I believe. And as you know, coming to this race, I really had a very unfortunate race in Japan, as we did spin behind the championship leader. We were in P3, but yeah, as you can see the standings, we are still in P2. Um, we have a 30 points gap, and of course we really wanted to win this race and score as many points as we can. So going to our first qualifying lap, going to turn 1, we do it pretty much nicely. Short shift into third just to minimize the wheel spin on the exit of the corner. Going to the S's, as you can see, you want to cut every corner as much as you can, and you want to not lift your hand, your finger, or your foot of the throttle. But yeah, so far so good. Still so much time to gain, but of course we really wanted to put put a valid lap as a banker, just to work on that and to develop that further in qualifying. So we got a pretty good launch going to turn 12, and here you want to cut this corner as much as you can, which of course we didn't do that, and yeah, we lost for like 2 to 3 tenths there. And here still we can execute this corner so much better, but yeah, it's fine. As I was saying, going to the penultimate corner, not on the limits, as you can still push the car so much. And going to the last corner, we were really hesitating on the throttle and on the traction, and we get a banker of 129.9. Of course, good banker to work on. And yeah, going to our fastest lap, we go as wide as we can, just to use all of the track. And yeah, we were really hoping to do a better lap. And you can see turn 1, we short shift to third again, but we are so much aggressive with the throttle. And going through the S's, we were really hesitating with the turn in, as I was really afraid to not lose the car but invalidate the lap, as there was no time left. And going through here, we really made up our all the time, and we are nearly 1/10 up than our previous lap. Going to turn 11, we still are gaining on our previous lap, but yeah, going to this race, as you can see, we are the same speed as we were in the previous lap. And going to turn 12, as you saw, we didn't cut it as much as we have to, but of course I knew that there was so much time to gain in the last sector. And you can see here that we are so much faster, and we got so much better traction than the previous lap. Going to the penultimate corner, we were really trying to push as much as we can, and you can see that I was millimeters to invalidate. And in here, the last corner, you can see the delta is going up, as we were really we didn't really push that in the previous qualifying lap. But yeah, that was enough to get us pole 129.6. But yeah, not an amazing lap, but enough for pole. So waiting for the cars to form up. And yeah, Tigerval has the inside line, and we have the racing line. He is on the dirty side of the track, but we are on the clean side, so we will see who will get a better start going to turn 1. And waiting for the lights to come out, 4 lights, and when we 5 lights, and using our overtake, we get a bad start, as we didn't react on time. And you can see Tigerval, the start that he had, so much better than us. He went to the inside, and of course we can't just stick it there. But yeah, going through here, we were trying to follow Tigerval, but then a full safety car was deployed. really nothing happened. Just I don't see a point of deploying this full safety car, as I think Corey spun, but there was no debris and there was no retirement, so it should have been a virtual, not a full safety car. So yeah, going to the end of the safety car, trying to warm up the tires and trying to get the best uh, um, launch we can using our overtake. We got a good launch following Tigerval, because he didn't really pull a big of a gap, but yeah, following him through the S's. I think I will um, make you stay with me for a bit, as just to see how we can manage this. And you can see going through the S's, we do them pretty nicely, as the dirty air is very strong in this game. Short shifts into 5th gear in this corner just to not get any kind of wheel spin. And yeah, so we are pretty much good, in a good point, in this going to this point of the race. But yeah, using a little bit of the overtake just to get that momentum going to turn 12. And yeah, in the last sector I really felt so strong. Middle and last sector, I really felt so strong, and more than I think all of the drivers in this circuit, as I was really gaining so much time going into this corner, as it's everyone I think was struggling with it, as of course it is so much difficult to get on the track. And you can see that we are going wide, but that's because of the dirty air and not because of anything else. But yeah, we have so much more ERS fuel to work with. I believe that Tigerval was pushing just to make me get out of his DRS zone, but of course I was pushing too to not get out of it, as it's very crucial. You can see Kramer behind that he is out of our DRS, which means that Tigerval is pushing and we are following him. But yeah, going through the S's again, so going a little bit wide because of dirty air, but nothing big. And you can see again short shift into 5th gear, and trying just to not spin on that corner, as it is very difficult to get right. Yeah, using all the track, turn 11, you can see how much time we're gaining. Again, using our rich fuel mix overtake button. Of course at this point I was thinking of overtaking him, but yeah, we will still have the DRS, so no need to rush. So yeah, you can see how much time we're gaining, putting it on lean in the last sector, just to not save the fuel, but to get that little bit extra of traction. You can see that we are so much faster than him into this sector, and you can see that again we are going wide because of the dirty air. And yeah, we were trying just to not to save our ERS fuel, just to kind of push as much as we can at the end of the race. And you can see that we are gaining on him, and I believe that a one stop here can be is very much doable between I think you should pit on lap 11 to the mediums, and I think that the mediums can do it to the end of the race as we get our first warning. And yeah, you can see that Kramer got in our our DRS zone, but yeah, going through here, lap 6, I had so much ERS, I felt that I'm losing time to the car behind, so I use my overtake rich fuel mix in the DRS. I believe that he didn't, of course he didn't, he can't defend this, but yeah, we made the car stick. Of course we had to make that move as soon as we can, just to kind of save our tires in the clean air and not put more pressure on them. So going to last the end of lap 11, as we were planning to pit into, in this lap. For the medium tires, and medium tires, of course, they can go for to the end of the race. I believe that some drivers here went for the two-stop. Of course, you will be so much faster on new tires, but of course you can't. If you can make that time up, that you lose. But you can go for it. But I believe that of course it's so much difficult to execute. So going out of the pit lane, we came behind Atmos, Nixon, and the Red Bull, I think, of Corey in front. So yeah, following Atmos and Nixon, I really wanted to come in front of them, as I really didn't want to lose any time to I think Kramer or Tigra, who was behind me before going into the pits. And you can see that we are so much faster than Atmos and Nixon. And here we used our overtake. We go to the inside, we get the inside, and Nixon is was so much slower, and we touch him. And yeah, he didn't, fortunately not, he didn't spin, and we use our overtake DRS, and we just make the car stick in front of them, both of them. So we made a two overtakes in the time of one corner, which is of course what you want to do. Next up is Core 44. I believe here that he had damage. I didn't know really that he has damage, but I think that he said so. And you can see here that he will go so much wide, which means that he has front wing damage, which of course you don't have to. And looking back at this, I think I should have made this move in this first straight, as of course if a person has damage, he and you are behind him, you will lose so much time. And you can see that his red light is flashing. Here we tried to do the switchback, but he was just very slow going through the corner, and we couldn't really do that. So here I left off a bit just to of course make him go and just have more view going to the corners. And we were just preparing this second straight, and you can see that we are using a little burst of the overtake just to get closer to him as much as we can. And you can see how much we're gaining on them new tires, and you can see that he is very much struggling with these tires. I believe that he used all of his ARS. We are pretty much gone. We used our overtake button, DRS, and we just turn the overtake button and we make the car stick in front of him. And Infamous SMG, he went for the alternative strategy, and I think it worked for him, skipping all the way to the end of the race as really nothing happened. And you can see the tire wear. As I was saying, you can really do the one stop from soft to mediums, and we got a penalty, but yeah, we are 15 points ahead, 15 seconds ahead of B2. Of course, very good results. This is exactly what I wanted to do coming to this race, as I was saying in the race before, in the start of this video, that we really were struggling. I really wanted to get this win, and you can see that we have a gap of 1 point between me and Slayer, as he finished P12 and we are P1. Of course, this is exactly what we want. So guys, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.